What do you mean by inflorescence? Inflorescence means arrangement. So inflorescence means arrangement of flower on the axis. Axis means peduncle, right? What do you mean by peduncle first of all now? You know very well that if this is a leaf, then it is called as a petiole, right? But the flower is standing on one stalk-like structure, it is called as peduncle. So inflorescence means the arrangement of flowers. You can see over here that how the flowers are arranged, and you can see over here how the flowers are arranged. They are arranged in a different manners. So a flower is arranged in a specific way, it is called as inflorescence. But for your revision, what is flower actually? Flower is actually modified stem itself, right? Actually it is a shoot part and it is a root part. Two type of part is there, right? In a for example, in a tree, see, in a root part there is a root meristem, and here shoot part is got a shoot meristem. Shoot meristem means growing cells or cell dividing cells. So shoot meristem means it is growing on the upper part, right? So what happens over here, that the shoot meristem, it changes to the floral meristem, right? So floral meristem means growing cell, and flower means flower growing cell, that is a floral meristem. According to your level, I am explaining you that how you will be able to learn all these things. So internodes here do not elongate, here they just grow on the straight way on the axis. The apex will produce a floral appendages laterally at a successive nodes instead of leaves. So here instead of leaves they will grow into a flower, right? So what I mean to say over here is the shoot tip is converted into flower. So the arrangement of flowers is called as inflorescence. So there are two types of inflorescence. Let us move directly to the parts. There are two types of inflorescence, I can say. It is racemose and cymose, right? So what do you mean by racemose and what do you mean by cymose? Racemose means the main axis has an indefinite growth, right? You can see this is the main axis of the flower. It is growing highly above, but the side it has very less growth. Okay, so the same thing over here is, as I have told, racemose and cymose. So in racemose what will happen, it will grow indefinitely, and here side it will grow. So its growth is highly good, you can say, right? Because it is growing very fast, and it is growing actually on the total it's of length, and the lateral flowers will also grow, right? So now it will grow again, here two flowers, again it will grow, again here two flowers, it will grow to continue. So here this is the old flower and this is a new flower, that is for your informations. Now so it grows into acropetal order. What do you mean by acropetal order? See, I am writing over here acropetal order. Acropetal order means the youngest one is at the apex, as I have told. The new one is over here and the old one. You cannot say new. You can say youngest flower and oldest flower, right? Now, the second one is cymose. Cymose, it means here the growth of main axis is limited. See over here, it is stopped. But the terminal flower will grow over here, stopped. Now here no growth will occur, right? So here the growth is not totally good as racemose, it is limited, right? So let me just show you in a very short way. We studied inflorescence, it is of two types, racemose and cymose. Racemose means The main axis grows very constantly, and it is called as acropetal order, where the old one is at the downward and younger one is at the upper one. And in cymos, the main axis is limited, and inside something will grow and the flower will terminate its growth, right? In some flowers you can also see mixed, for example banana, in in banana and in thyssus, right, that is grape vine. And in some cases you can see spatial also. This is some high level things, yeah, which you can be asked in a NEET examination, for which I may give you a few information about mixed and spatial in our other videos. So let us now study the next topic, that is flower. So what do you mean by flower actually? Flower is actually a modified condensed shoot of limited growth, right? What is flower actually? Flower is a reproductive unit of angiosperms. You know very well that there are 5 types of plant classification: Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Angiosperm and Gymnosperms, right? Some are non-flowering plants, some are flowering plant. This you studied in the previous chapter itself. If you have any query, you can ask me about this. Then now what happened is, in angiosperm, let us come to the topic. Angiosperm means flowering plant is there, right? So what happens over here is, the flower is the reproductive unit in angiosperms. They are sexually reproductive. A typical flower has 4 holes in it. This you are studying from whenever you are very small, right? And these 4 holes are there in one flower. Flower is there on the stalk, right? A typical flower has 4 kind of holes which is arranged on the stalk, which is called as thalamus. These 4 holes are called as calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, right? Calyx, out of which calyx and corolla, these are non-reproductive or accessory parts. Androecium and gynoecium are the reproductive parts, right? Now first of all, let's do some basic thing about it. Calyx and corolla. The green part in the flower is calyx. That is, if you have seen a flower in a downward side, green part is there which is protecting your colorful part. So it is made up of sepals. Corolla is made up of petals. Androecium is there and gynoecium is there. They are a reproductive part, right? That is, pollen tube is there, ovaries are there. We are going to study it in detail right now. So what happens is, over here there is a typical flower which has got 4 holes. In some flower, right, in some flower like lily, calyx and corolla are not distinguished. If these both are not distinguished, they are different. They are not distinguished, that is, they are same looking, it is called as perianth. You have to remember this word. If these both are not distinguished, it is called as perianth. I am highlighting it for you. It is called as perianth. If flower has got both the things, angiosperm and gymnosperms, it is called as bisexual. If only one is there, it is called as unicellular. You learned few terms over here. Thalamus or receptacle on which flower is standing. There are 4 holes: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. If calyx and corolla is same, it is perianth. Bisexual means both androecium and gynoecium is there. Unisexual means only one is there. That is, either stamen or carpel, any one is only there. Now what is stamen and carpel, right? That is a single unit of a male and female reproductive organ. Gymnosperm is female reproductive organ, angiosperm is male reproductive organ. Okay. Now Female reproductive organ angiosperm, that is group of carpel is angiosperm, group of stamen is gymnosperms, right. Now let us move ahead. What do you mean by symmetrical flower and what do you mean by asymmetrical flower? Symmetrical flower means actinomorphic, right. Actinomorphic means radial symmetry, or zygomorphic it means bilateral symmetry. Actinomorphic means radial symmetry and zygomorphic means bilateral symmetry. Now what do you mean by both the things, right? Actinomorphic means what? You can cut the flower into two equal parts, right? If you cut the flower into two parts, both sides have a same thing. And second is zygomorphic. I can say zygomorphic means can be cut into two equal part in only one vertical plane, in only one plane, right. For example, if my flower is for example, I'll show you in one figure. In circle you can cut in every part, circle will divided into two part, so that is actinomorphic. You can cut it into any of the two equal part, whereas in triangle you only have one line which will cut it in two parts, so that is zygomorphic, right. Bilateral, radial symmetry means everywhere cutting can be done, it will cut into two equal part. Zygometric, it will cut into two equal part only on one line, that is zygometric. Next is asymmetric flower. Asymmetric flower means you cannot cut it into two parts, you cannot cut it into two parts, that is asymmetric flowers. Okay, now this is according to the flower structure. Okay, this is according to the flower structure. Now flower may be, now say you have to learn it paragraph wise. See, here it is given about ectomorphic, zygo and asymmetric, here bisexual and unisexual. Now in these paragraphs they have shown you trimerous, tetramerous and pentamerous. It means they are in a multiple of 3, multiple of 4 or multiple of 5. Now what I am telling is, see, a flower is there, right. In pentamerous flower, each whole, especially calyx and corolla, possess 5 members. Means if there are 5 members in corolla, that is 5 sepals are there, 5 petals are there, or I can say 10, group of 5, right. So it is pentamerous. In 3, that is group of 3, it is trimerous. Group of 4, that is tetramerous, right. Now if the flower contain a bract, that is one leaf is there found at the base of pedicel, right. Already you know what is pedicel over here, the lower part on which flower is standing, like this is pedicel. Now this pedicel over here, one small bract like this means extra leaf below the flower. If it is present, it is called as bracted flower, and those without bract is called as ebracted flower. So there are two types of flower, bracted and ebracted. Now next is based on position of calyx, corolla, androecium, right, in respect of the ovary on the thalamus. Let us move somewhat slowly over here. See, now we are going to study about the positions, right. Based on position of the flower, I am telling you what is hypogynous flower. Okay, first of all, hypo means lower, inferior, right. Gynous means gymnosperms, right. If a flower have a superior ovary, if ovary is on the top part, it is called as hypogynous, right.